But speaking of you, Florio, every single week you give us your list of top sleepers. So I want to toss it over to you. There are a lot of guys because of injuries last Sunday that now sleepers and waiver wire. These are the people that guys really want to kind of tune into and get into your lineup. So give me the first guy on your list.
Yeah, the first guy is someone that I really like a lot. If I have him, I'm trying to start him in all my leagues this week. It is Joshua Kelly of the Los Angeles Chargers going up against the Panthers. He comes in for me as my RB18 this week, and the Panthers have allowed the most fantasy points per game to running backs this season at 46 per game, and no other team is even allowing 40 per game. And before you tell me that, hey, it's just 2 weeks, well, they allowed the most fantasy to running backs last season. They allowed Josh Jacobs to be the RB1 in week 1, and they allowed nearly 40 points combined to both Bucs running backs last week, and both scored a touchdown. I think this is a week where both Austin Eckler and Josh Kelly can feast, and they should both be in your starting lineup.
I like that you say that you're trying to get them into your, like, you control your lineups, like you can put them in there. I noticed that you have them rated ahead of players like David Montgomery, Kareem Hunt, Melvin Gordon. I mean, it seems like you put a lot of faith into this one.
Yeah, those guys, outside of Montgomery, they have tougher matchups this week. And Josh Kelly, as much as I love Austin Eckler, like, Kelly's been seeing a lot of volume, especially near the goal line. Like, I would not be surprised if he scored a touchdown or 2 this week.
But it's just, again, not very surprising because the Chargers always want to have a scary two-headed backfield. They got rid of Melvin Gordon. He went over to the Broncos. But again, there's still 2 guys who are splitting time. But Florio, give me the next guy on your sleeper list.
Another sleeper I like this week is Jerick McKinnon, 49ers running back. They are allowing, the 49ers are picking up the 7th most rush yards per game this season. And Kyle Shanahan's system is one that has just been super successful for running backs, regardless of who it's been throughout the years. So I think the fact that Mostert's out, that Coleman's out, it's just going to lead to a lot of work for Jerick McKinnon. He's inside my top 20 running backs this week, and he is someone that I would definitely look to start if I was the lucky one that got him off the waiver wire.
Yeah, I noticed too, you did have him as the running back 20. David Montgomery sandwiches the 2. So it's interesting to me. I think a lot of people are a little apprehensive to get these players into the lineup immediately, but I agree with you. And I think that I might even have a higher grade on McKinnon this week, only because I feel that he's going to have a bigger opportunity. And I think the matchup is just as good for him. We saw last week what Montgomery was able to do to that Giants defense.
I love it. All right, so if you're lucky enough to get Jerick McKinnon on your waiver wire, Florio and Ring think you should be lucky enough to also start them in your league. But Florio, hit us with one last one. I know this is a tight end that all 3 of us are really excited about.
Yeah, this sleeper, he's a little bit of a deeper name. He was definitely someone that was added in a lot of leagues this week, and it is new Cowboys tight end Dalton Schultz, who last week led all of their players with 10 targets. That is really big volume, and this week he's going up against a Seahawks team that has been allowing over 420 passing yards per game, so plenty of yardage there for receivers to get theirs. And both of Seattle's games this year have turned out to be really high-scoring shootouts. I expect the same against a high-powered Cowboys offense. So I think if you were able to get Schultz off of the waiver wire, you're obviously diving a little bit deeper at tight end. He is someone that I would definitely be considering starting this week.
My complaint for you is that you're doing too well at your job, because I play in some house leagues with some real rooks, and I was expecting to go and pick up Dalton Schultz this week. And you know what? You let the secret out. And if it's possible, and I don't want to be, completely selfish, but if you can kind of hold these just for us for at least a week, and then we'll let everybody else know. But no, I agree. I love that pick.